What is going on, guys? So today I am doing the Q&A that I sent out a community post a little while ago. I have, I think, 14 comments that I found. I think there were 28 people, or 30, I think it was 32 people that replied after some time, and a lot of them were not such good questions, and honestly, too many of them were related to One Piece. I do have a lot of One Piece ones in here, but I wanted more non-One Piece stuff because that's all I'm ever talking about anyway. And not to mention, most of the questions that were asked have already been answered like a million times in all my videos. So I tried to pick as many, personal questions as possible. So I think I got 14 of them. Yeah, let's just get right into this shit. So the first one, I can't believe no one asked this. How old are you? This is from Ben Beckman, who has a YouTube channel, by the way, that you should check out. How old am I? I am 21 years old. I turned 21 in March. March 15th is my birthday, so I've not been 21 for too long, but it's been quite an experience being able to buy alcohol in the States. It is, it's the best, really. I've been waiting a very long time to be 21, and it's been the best half year ever because I can now buy alcohol. So yes, I am 21 years old. And next question. So around when did you start reading or watching One Piece? So this might actually surprise a lot of people because my pretty much entire channel is dedicated to One Piece for the most part. And obviously, I'm a complete expert in the subject. Like, no one really matches my knowledge. So you'd think that I've been reading since chapter 1, which would be impossible anyway since I couldn't read when the first chapter came out. But no, I caught up with One Piece in my senior year of high school, and I would now be a senior in college, so it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. So yeah, 4 years ago I caught up with One Piece. It was in the middle, pretty much actually the end of the Dressrosa arc. So yep, I actually have not been caught up with One Piece for as long as most people probably think, but as soon as I caught up with it, I mean, it was like my favorite series of all time, and it still is. So yeah, there you have it. Okay, cliche question. Outside of YouTube, are there any goals or ambitions you would like to achieve during your lifetime? Now, again, this might be a surprising answer, but at this point, not really. I don't have anything I particularly want to do right now except for YouTube. I mean, if I could, make this like a full-time job or something, which I'm pretty far from at the moment, that would be insane. I mean, that really is my only ambition. There's nothing else I particularly want to do because, for one thing, that's going to be very difficult. I have to put a lot of focus into it. So, yeah, really, YouTube is the only thing at the moment that I have much ambition for. So, yeah, not at the moment. Maybe in the future, though. We will see. Maybe if I do make this full-time job, then I'll have some additional ambition in the future. Do you think it's possible any of the Straw Hats will die? Actually, yeah. I've talked about this in probably 2 or 3 of my videos. I think that Usopp is going to die. Like, I'm actually pretty confident about it. I think there's a really high chance. I think that whenever they eventually do go to Elbaf, I think it's going to end up being pretty much where, like, the final war takes place. It might even happen after Raftel that they go to Elbaf, because I think that the World Tree is there, and it's something really important. Like, I think they're going to go to Raftel and realize they have to do something in Elbaf, and Usopp's going to make some kind of sacrifice to save Luffy or save the crew or something. I think it makes perfect sense considering he wants to become a brave warrior of the sea, and he hasn't really done too good of a job so far. And, it's like he's the last person that would want to die, so by sacrificing himself, it would just be like the ultimate sacrifice of all time. So I think there's actually a really good chance that Usopp will die. I don't just think that, like, if anyone's going to die, it's going to be Usopp. I actually think he will die. Yeah. I bet a lot of people disagree with me on that and really don't want that to happen. I honestly do want it to happen. I don't dislike Usopp, but I think it'd be fantastic. I think it would be one of the best sacrifices in the history of manga. So, yeah, that'd be awesome. I think Usopp is actually going to die. What's your social security number? See, now this is actually a really good question. The reason I put this one in here is because I'm actually not from Earth, meaning I'm an American. I was not born an American, so I don't actually have a social security number. Yeah, I'm actually from Frankton, the planet of Frankton. So, yeah, I don't have a social security number. What are 3 unpopular opinions you have amongst the One Piece YouTube community? Okay, I wrote these down because I knew I'd forget. So, here we go. I have my first one, the one that you are probably all aware of because I mention it in every video. I try to mention it in every video. I think Ace is by far the worst character in all of One Piece. I think he is so bad. It's unbelievable, really. I mean, I've made a video talking all about why I think he's the worst character of all time, and in pretty much every video I try to get some kind of insult in there about how Ace sucks so bad. Whether we're talking about him as a character or how strong he is, I just like to insult him as much as I possibly can. Number 2, I have, I like this one. I think Skypiea is the worst arc in One Piece. I think it is extraordinarily bad. I'm not really sure what people are talking about when they say there's a tremendous amount of world building. I'm not going to say it's non-existent, but it's certainly not unbelievable or over the top or anything. There's really almost nothing interesting about the arc. The antagonist was terrible. His Devil Fruit was pretty overpowered and only was able to be stopped because of mere chance that Luffy has the Rubber Fruit. The whole arc did not interest me in any way, shape, or form. I thought it was way too long, way too dragged out. I think it is a terrible arc. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's One Piece. Like, it's going to be good regardless. But compared to the rest of One Piece, I think it is absolute garbage. And I'm not even including the Foxy arc, okay? That's not even really comparable. It's not long enough, and it's a joke. Really, you could actually skip the Foxy arc and nothing would change. You could skip that entire arc and nothing would matter. Like, you'd be fine. You'd know everything there is to know about One Piece. So, it's just filler to me. So, Skypiea, the worst arc in One Piece. Oh, wait, I have one more. Yeah, Kaido. The Kaido poneglyph theory that I have made. You can watch either one of my videos on that topic. I think that it is not just the most likely scenario for the origin of Kaido or what's going on with his invincibility and whatnot. I think that it's just like, I think that is the answer. Like, I really do think that Kaido is a poneglyph. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go watch my video on it. I'm just convinced. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'd bet money on it, honestly. I would be willing to bet money that Kaido is a poneglyph. So, if anyone wants to take me up on that offer, that'd be great. Love your content. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Actually, I skipped that one. So, what's your occupation? My occupation is I am a bartender at a local bar. And that's pretty much it. It's really fun. I have been enjoying it quite a bit. I'm actually really new. When I started, I think it's like 3 months ago now, I started in the beginning of the summer. I had never served or anything. I've never learned how to make any drinks. My cousin worked there, and he got me the job, and it's been pretty sick so far. Been learning a lot, and apparently I'm not bad enough that they fired me. So, yep, I am a bartender. I like to, imagine myself as like Meliodas, Seven Deadly Sins, like a bartender like him. I aspire to be able to maybe brew my own beer so that I can serve it to people. But that's a dream of mine. Love your content, man. How did you decide what to make YouTube videos about? See, this is actually another interesting question. I like this one a lot because while I've always used the same YouTube channel, I've actually tried, starting a YouTube channel on a different topic probably 4 or 5 times. There is one other channel that I actually do have that's not this one. When I was a little kid. It's actually, if you guys could potentially find it, you could see some really embarrassing videos of me from when I was a little kid, but I cannot imagine you'll ever find them. I mean, they have less than 100 views for each video. I will eventually, when I get bigger, I will show you guys these videos though if you don't find them, which I can't imagine you would. But yeah, I always tried these different channels and this, and they never really worked out or whatever. I just really don't like editing that much, and that's pretty much what we have to do unless you're doing something like I do now, which requires a little bit, but it's pretty limited how much you really have to do. So I just one day, I've been a big fan of One Piece for 3 years at the time, and I was just thinking, I've always kept in mind how I wanted to start a YouTube channel and how much I really enjoy One Piece. And I see all these other One Piece channels, I'm like, this is not, these guys make this look pretty easy. I mean, I don't think this would be that hard to make, decent YouTube videos talking about pretty basic stuff and people might like it. And that's exactly what I did. I talked about pretty basic stuff. Once in a while, I would give one of my unpopular opinions, talk about some pretty controversial stuff. It's not even it wasn't just I'm doing it just to get the views. It's just apparently have some very controversial opinions, and I just like sharing them. People like hearing them for some reason. So yeah, that's I was like, I know all the stuff about One Piece. I might as well just like make some YouTube videos on it, and I did, and it worked out pretty well. So yeah, there's that. What is the next gift you will get from your roommates when you hit 20K subs, and where did the name Fronky come? Well, I can't really answer the first question because not just is 20K not like particularly insane. I'd say 25 is a better milestone, but I actually would like to pay back my friends that got me my chair, the chair I'm sitting right now. My friends bought me this chair when I hit 1,000 subscribers, which seems like nothing now, but at the time it was insane. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Like when it was like 900 subs, it was like approaching 1,000. I was like, dude, this is so crazy. And my friends were super hyped, and they all just surprised me with this badass chair when I hit 1,000, and it was insane. And we had a party, and we had champagne and everything. It was just so crazy. So I can't imagine any huge celebration will be going down until I hit something a lot bigger, probably like 50K, maybe even 100. I don't know, but yeah, for now, gonna be pretty cool on that. Subscribers have been slowing down lately, so it's gonna be a while. But as for where my name came from, I've mentioned this a few times in my live streams, but I will not be telling you guys that story until I hit 100K subs. Although I do promise I will tell you that story when I hit 100K subs. The reason I don't want to right now is because I think that it's really hard to explain, but pretty much the story from where I got it borders on like paranormal levels. So and the thing is that I actually believe that something was going on. And I think that if I was to explain this story when I am at a lower level per se, and I'm just less credible, and people might think I'm completely insane if I say this, yeah, I want to wait till I'm just a little bit higher, so maybe people will just take things I say at face value more, which is a bad thing. But I'm gonna sound insane, so I better at least hit like a huge milestone or something. That is going to be my 100K video, I think, like me explaining how I came up with that name, because it's just so ridiculous. The story is so awesome. I've told it to all my friends, and it's absolutely crazy. I really think there was some paranormal shit going down in the story that I will be telling. So moving on. If that's any motivation to get me to 100K. Why did you start YouTube, and did you expect to get to the point where you are right now? So, as for why, I've just always wanted to do it. I've always thought it's like the most interesting thing to do, having an audience for just doing whatever, I think that's pretty straightforward. I think most people, most guys at least, have always had the desire to make a YouTube channel. I don't think that needs to be explained too much. And did I expect to get to the point where I am right now? Now, this is not what a normal person would say, but actually, yes, I did expect to make it this far. What I did not expect is that it would happen this quickly. I expect to make it actually further in the future, but I didn't think I would be this far right now. I thought it might take a little bit more time. But also, like a few months ago when I was around 10K, I might have said that I think that I would be further than I am right now because I was doing so well back then. So, kind of weird answer, but that's what it is. Where do you live? I live in one of the greatest cities in history. It is the ultimate powerhouse for sports, of course. I'm talking about Cleveland, Ohio. Again, just sports city. We have pretty much usually the best baseball team. We usually have the best basketball team. We had LeBron. Okay, I mean, come on. We had LeBron, who, by the way, is the best basketball player of all time. People who say Michael Jordan, it's ridiculous. You're either old if you say that, or you just have no idea what you're talking about. And then obviously, the best football team usually almost every year. So, yep, it's a pretty cool place. Moving on. For a personal one, what sports did you play in high school, or if you didn't, any serious hobbies outside of anime and manga? I played golf my sophomore year. I mean, I've played golf my whole life, but I actually played on my high school's team in sophomore year of high school. Did not enjoy that. And I'd been wrestling since third grade all the way throughout high school, which I was actually really good when I was younger, and it was just more fun back then. And then I got really serious in like middle school and high school, and I didn't enjoy it as much, so I just didn't really take it that seriously and just kind of did it because I had always done it. But now that I'm older, I really wish that I could still wrestle because it's so fun, and I actually would like to be really good now. Like, I wish I could compete, and it'd be really fun. But unfortunately, wrestling doesn't really go beyond college, so it's kind of sad. But, yeah, I just for some reason now I would like to take it more seriously, but I can't. So I don't regret not taking it seriously in high school because it's just not something I wanted to do at the time. But now I would like to do it. It's just like, it sucks, whatever though. What's your favorite alcoholic drinks? So I don't really particularly like any like liquor drinks or anything, like something that you mix, like mixed drinks. Don't really like them. They're fine. I'd prefer to drink beer. I really like drinking beer. I don't really have any specific beers either, honestly. I mean, I'll take an IPA. That sounds good. But I'll also take like I'll take a natty. I'll take Natural Light. I'll take Natty Ice, actually. I've drank a lot of Natty Ice in my time when I was in sophomore year of college. I drank a shit ton of Natural Ice. Those things, me and Mikey, we were roommates, used to call them nicers because they're so nice and they taste so good. So yeah, I'll really drink any beer. I mean, it's not like I particularly enjoy the taste of shitty beer like Natty, but honestly, pretty much anything better than that, I really do enjoy the taste of. So yeah, any beer sounds good. If you want to know like my favorite, I like Corona a lot. I mean, it's not like the greatest beer of all time, but like in terms of how much it costs to how much I enjoy it, I'd say it's my favorite beer. Like, it's definitely my go-to. So I guess Corona might be, the very long answer was what just came in. The short answer is Corona, I suppose. And lastly, what's your favorite underrated or unknown anime? Definitely not unknown, but underrated, I'm going to have to go with Log Horizon. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's similar to SAO in the sense that it like takes place in a video game world, although SAO is obviously complete garbage for a million reasons. Hopefully Nuxtaku's not watching this video because I still would like to be friends with him, and I know he likes Sword Art Online. But Log Horizon pretty much is SAO with everything done right, and really there's nothing similar about it except that it takes place in a video game world. But it's just absolutely amazing. I mean, the writing is ridiculous. I don't really want to spoil too much. I really would, because like everything that happens is so awesome that if I mention anything that happens, it'd pretty much be a spoiler. But it's just a very, very well put together story. The anime does a pretty good job of adapting it. I've heard people complain about it having low animation quality, but I mean, it's not that bad. Like, it's really not actually bad at all. It's certainly better than One Piece, and it's pretty good almost the entire time. So yeah, an amazing story, fine animation. It's just fantastic. It's probably in my top 12 anime. I want to say it could even be top 10, but I'd have to really think about it. I think it's really good. It's the one I've seen like 3 times now. I just think it's awesome. I wish more people would watch it because I don't think they're gonna like continue making it, unfortunately, because no one seems to watch it. I don't know why. I guess like it's a little political and stuff compared to just action, but it's just so awesome. I highly recommend watching Log Horizon if you have any interest in video games at all. Honestly, if you don't like video games, then I can kind of understand why you wouldn't like it, but I think the majority of people that are like in anime at least kind of have an interest in video games. So yeah, I would definitely recommend giving Log Horizon a try. It is absolutely fantastic. So that's all the questions. This was pretty fun. I didn't get a ridiculous amount of questions, so I couldn't really go on much longer, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Maybe if you did like this, leave me a comment letting me know. I can do more of these in the future. I don't want to do it too soon because, for one thing, I just did it, and like I probably am going to want to have a lot larger of an audience, because if I don't, then it'd just be this like like all the questions have already been asked, right? So, maybe around like 30K or something, I'll do maybe even 25K. I'll do another one of these, and that could even be like the 25K video or whatever. So yeah, just make sure, if you did enjoy this type of video, let me know in the comments. I'll try and do more stuff similar to this then. And besides that, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.